Okay, so hey guys, I'm coming to you with the demo of the Revlon Paraffin Wax Bath. So I'm going to try my hardest to follow the directions, but I can't promise that. Basically the directions say take all the stuff out. I'm just going to remove this, the little warning label. But I am going to remove it because I feel like this shouldn't be in here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't remove it. I'm just going to leave that there. So, the directions say to cut the blocks into fourths, and I'm going to try my hardest to do that. So, that's one, this is one bag, so that's 1 pound. And after I put all my blocks in, that's when I'm going to turn the machine up. And this has a really weird smell. I personally don't like the smell. It says it's rain scented, but it reminds me of those old school Calgon body sprays. So I'm just going to break those up. And the smaller you break them up, you know, the smaller pieces you have, the faster it'll all melt. And I am putting these in while the machine says keep warm. So it's on the lowest of the lowest of the lowest settings. And I'm just going to speed this up. Okay, so it says to turn it up. And let this melt for 120 minutes, yeah. So about, let's see, an hour and a half, I want to say. And we're just gonna let this melt down. Wait, did I say an hour and a half? I think it says 120 minutes. But I'm just gonna let this melt, and then it says that after it melts to put this little rack down, but I'm just going to put it on top so it'll gradually submerge itself as the wax is melting. So once the wax is all melted, I will be back and show you guys what that looks like. Oh, and one more thing before I cut out. It's only been about, 2 minutes since I've put everything in. But I personally do not like the smell. To me, I have lung issues, I have breathing issues, and on top of that I have like asthma. And this is overpowering. I personally do not like the scent of this. But I will touch back on how I like the smell once everything's melted. Okay guys, so this is 30 minutes of the wax heating up, and I want to check the progress of the melting. So I put the lid back on. So take that out, that's dirty. So this is the overview. You can see over here the wax is starting to puddle. Wax is puddling right here, so it's starting to all come together. So this is about 30 minutes in, and I will come back to show you in maybe another 30 minutes. Okay, so something I happened to stumble upon, or something I just noticed, is about 30 minutes into this machine warming, or it's been longer than 30 minutes. It's been about 45 minutes. The heater cut off. As you can see, the power is still on, and you have these options. And I had it turned all the way up, and the actual heater, the burner, turned off, and it just turned back on, as you can see. So I don't know if that happens with all of these baths, but in my opinion, that is a flaw. So I will come back. Okay, so while we're waiting for this wax to finish warming, I just want to tell you a couple of the benefits of a paraffin wax treatment. And according to what I've been reading, paraffin wax has been used since like the 1950s. And it's basically really good to soften the skin. Because this is an oil, you know, you basically will dip your hand in it and coat your hand and let the wax and the oils soak into your skin for roughly 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, preferably 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how much time you or your client has. It's also good for pain relief. So, I know a lot of us are familiar with people who suffer from arthritis and where their joints hurt, and supposedly this is good for treating stiff joints and pain associated with fibromyalgia, also arthritis, tendinitis, and also sore muscles. So like for athletes, this would be really good. What I've learned is paraffin wax treatments are also really good, and they're often used in massage therapy and in physical therapy and stuff like that. So I know a lot of people, or a lot of common uses is for the hands, for the feet, for the elbows, you know, anywhere where it tends to be really, really rough and dry. And also when this wax cools and you remove it, you're also removing your dead skin. So basically when you're removing the layer of wax, you're also removing dead skin. So you're basically exfoliating your feet, your hands, your elbows, whatever you happen to be using this treatment for. So according to this, paraffin is a natural emulsient that helps open the pores and makes the skin soft. And paraffin also helps with the elasticity of one's skin, and it also helps with the mobility. So paraffin has a lot of good benefits. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and you have to heat this up for at least 2 hours, because 120 minutes is 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. Now, like I stated, this does cut off, like the heater cuts off and turns back on. So I don't know what that's about. So this is the progress of the wax. I personally don't see a big difference. There's like some places where the wax is actually completely melted, and then over here the wax isn't melted that, so you know, not that much. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove this little the grid thing, and it's pretty stuck. See, like, I don't know what's going on here. The wax is actually stuck to the bottom of this. So that much wax hasn't been melted yet. You can see. So maybe if I keep this off, it will it'll melt better. We'll see. But this is how much has been melted so far, and I will come back and show you in about half an hour. Okay, so this is 2 hours after, and as you can see, most of the wax is heated up, except under the panel there's still a little chunk of wax that has not heated up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down the temperature, and let the temperature regulate. And then I'll come back with the demo. Okay, so my wax has heated up completely, and it has been sitting for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to turn it all the way down to keep warm, and I'm going to ask my client to remove all her rings. We got Mr. T in the building.
Ready.
Now she has already washed her hands and dried them, but just for sanitation purposes, I am going to spritz them with alcohol. This is 90% or 99% alcohol. Now rub your hands together. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the actual treatment. Okay, so can you dip your finger in? Is that too hot?
No.
Okay. Now I'm going to start dipping her hand. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now as you can see, she has the wax on her hand. And now I'm going to put her hand in this bag. Don't be scared. And then I'm going to put her hand in the actual mitten. Now, depending on your client is depending on how long you leave these actual mittens. Does it hurt?
No.
Okay, so we're going to repeat the process. Dip one finger in. Is that okay? Once, lift up. Twice, lift up. And then one more time. And now we're going to bag her other hand. And we're going to leave these on for her for 20 minutes. We're going to put the other one on. And once I remove it, I'll come back and show you that. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes and we're going to remove the mitts and the actual wax itself. Let me get this one. I did this one first. So we're going to take the mitts off. And now the trick with these is you want to try to remove it in one pull. So I'm going to loosen up the wax, as you can see. And we're going to try to remove this all in one pull.
That feels so good. Shut the front door.
And as you can see, this is the wax, and you can see how moisturized her hand is. Now, before I do anything, I'm just going to have her set her hand on this. And I'm going to remove the other one. And I'm going to do the same thing. Try to loosen up the wax at the top so I can pull it out in one pull. How does this feel?
It feels so good. That feels so good.
She suffers from extremely, extremely dry hands. Do you feel any wax left on it? Mm-mm. Okay, so we got everything. Basically what you want to do is while her hands are moisturized, where your own hands are moisturized, you want to give them a quick massage. With her, I'm not going to do anything too big, because I am going to do a full set on her. I'm just going to put enough lotion on my hand to give her a massage. And she does suffer from really, really dry hands. She is a mom. She's in her late 40s. And she works a lot with water in her home. And she does deal with money and dirty stuff like that. Not dirty money, but dirty money, you know, the bacteria on money. So,
constantly washing my hands.
As you can see, this is her hands. They're moisturized, they're oiled. All the oils from the actual wax itself have soaked in. Now I'm going to do the same thing with her other hand. Just a quick massage, nothing too big. These treatments, along with the gel manicure, are really like luxury treatments for somebody.
So good.
So these are her hands, and I'm guessing you like them.
Yes.
And she says it feels good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't leave any information out. I'll link down below where you can purchase one of these. I'm gonna actually link the one that I have down below. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave any comments, questions, or concerns you have in the comments down below. And if you like this video, thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.